Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Live from John's Grill on Berry Street in Fort Worth. Welcome to the Players Club with hosts Emma Holquist and Olivia Lee, and featuring TCU student athletes. Brought to you by John's Grill online at johnsgrill.com and by Fans Vintage, the Frog Fam's #1 source for rare and vintage TCU gear. Now, here are Emma and Olivia.
And I'm Emma Holquist.
And we're excited to be back for another week talking to two new TCU student athletes about their lives, both in and outside of their sport. Isn't that right, Emma?
Yes, I'm so happy to be back this week from conference, and I'm so excited to welcome TCU's very own indoor men's tennis national champions, Luke Fomba and Jake Fearnley. Welcome to the Players Club, you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you guys here, and congratulations. Happy to have you here straight off your national championship run. I mean, so impressive. We have so many questions about that, but we really appreciate you taking the time to come here as you guys actually start outdoor tomorrow,
Yeah.
right?
How are you guys feeling about tomorrow's match? Are you excited?
Yeah, obviously very excited. Coming off indoor national champs, there's a bit of pressure, but yeah, no, we're feeling good, feeling pretty confident in the way we're playing. So yeah, we're pretty excited.
I love it. Who are you guys playing?
Against who? UTA.
Oh, okay,
UTA.
fun.
Hopefully, we're having a little bit better weather tomorrow for outdoor tennis. I'm assuming we will be nice, bright, and sunny because you know Fort Worth weather is crazy. I have a bunch of stats on here of you guys. We're going to get into kind of your national championship run just from this season and last season. 2022 ITA All-American doubles, 2022 All Big 12 first team doubles, 8-0 this season as a doubles player. I mean, the list goes on. I could read it. And this quote I have: TCU became the 7th program in the 50-year existence of the NCAA tournament to win back-to-back championships.
So you guys are kind of good.
Yeah, you're basically what I'm trying to say is they're very talented. What do you guys feel like helped you get to this point in the season from the start to now?
I should just play with like no fear. Like every match is like just play your game, trust your teammates, and just have fun. You know, that's the best for me.
Yeah, I would just say our coaches are kind of all of us. We push ourselves, and the coaches do a great job getting us ready, getting us prepared. And I think that's something that we're very grateful for. Like over the off season, we did like 3 weeks like crazy intense training, and I think that really set us up good for the fall, good for the spring, sorry, and good for indoors.
Yeah, that's true. I remember the first 2 weeks were like
Like hell weeks.
practice at 8 a.m. for 2 weeks straight. Every morning I was so pissed just to wake up,
You're
go to
tired.
bed.
You're not an early riser, I take it.
No, I mean not at all. So that was very tough.
He'd
But
always come with his hood up, not talking to anyone until the first ball.
yeah,
No one wants to mess with you.
no smile, no smile.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive, and I'm sure all
It
of the
was worth
training,
it, yeah.
made it all worth it in that moment. That moment specifically, when you guys won the last match, what was that feeling like? What was that moment like for you guys?
I would say maybe uh, some relief. I mean, I guess it was like tough, tough weekend for us, tough matches. Like from like number one Jack to number 6 doubles. Every match was tight, and I guess at the end just gets last win was like yeah, content relief.
Yeah.
I'd agree. I think this one felt a little bit different because coming in like defending champions, it's kind of like there was a bit more pressure. We're not so much the underdogs anymore.
Right.
So it's kind of, I would say just more, we're just happy that like the work that we put in kind of paid off, and I think that was the big thing that we were pleased about.
Yeah, and so going into that match, like how do you even mentally prepare for a national championship? I mean, you said you won last year going into it like winners, like what was your mindset kind of? Was it like, oh, they're trying to get like target on our back, or like how did that play into the mind?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we think that there's going to be some sort of target on our back. We came in undefeated into indoors, obviously defending champions. Pretty crazy roster. Some good additions in Sebastian and Jack. So, and obviously he just got eligible, so he was playing his third match.
Wow.
So I think there was definitely some targets on our back, and I think people knew that we were probably going to be the team to beat.
Does that really like motivate you every game when you know people are like, that's TCU, they're the defending champs? Is that a motivator for you guys?
Yeah, of course. Like I feel like every team, there was like good, and I guess just come out at the end with like being number one is always great for us. Yeah.
I think it's huge motivation because it's like if people keep pushing us, they're obviously trying to beat us. So we just have to keep up in our game. And thankfully, that's what we did. And hopefully, we keep doing that for the rest of the season.
Continue it on,
Yeah, why not?
Who would you say is the biggest competitor that was at the tournament? Like, who was the hardest people to beat?
Like team?
Yeah.
Or individuals too.
Okay.
If certain people come to mind, it seems maybe.
Okay, so I would say for me it was probably Kentucky. We lost to them last year. Tough match, 4-3, and I just like to beat them at indoors, like with like a big crowd. That, like everyone was loud.
Yeah.
The guy just like fought hard. Jake, I mean everyone, me, Sander, like every guy in the team was like just battle and just get the win against them at the end was good job.
I think if you asked anyone on our team who like we would beat, who we'd want to beat, it would be Kentucky.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like is that random? Like, have they been a great tennis school for a while, or just in the recent past few years? That you
Not
guys have played them?
really. Yeah, I would say probably the last 2 years, 3 years, and probably they were like always top 20 during the like last 10 years, but the past 2 years they were like top 5, top 10. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys play a decent number of matches. So does each loss that you have, it seems like you kind of remember specific ones. Do those like really affect you? So when you come back against them, you're like, I need to beat these guys. And that's like all that's in your head.
Usually it's not. Obviously losses are tough.
Yeah.
But I think it also depends on the moment. So last year Kentucky, we played them in the Elite Eight, a match that we pretty much thought we were going to win, and obviously we didn't. So that one kind of stuck with us the whole summer, the whole fall, and that was one that we really wanted to kind of resurrect, I guess is the
Yeah.
word you'd say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the kind of final question we wanted to ask in terms of national championship, obviously you guys switch over real quick to outdoor. How does that pressure of now being back-to-back national champions and then having another season to take on right after it impact you guys as players?
Yes. So now we say, okay, we are, I guess, number one. You know, like some people maybe watch us more, like they more local, maybe to how to beat us. I don't know if it's the right word to say. So yeah, I guess maybe like a bit more tight, but like we'll just play our game. You know, have pure trust in my teammates. So yeah. That's all.
Yeah. But I'm sure that pressure does carry over because it's a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
no rest.
You guys just got back and now moving into outdoor. Do you guys like that quick change? Would you rather have that than kind of have a break or?
I think this year we actually had probably longer of a break than we usually do.
Really?
Last year we went into playing
1 week after
like
that.
maybe even 5 days against
Yeah, 5
Michigan,
days,
Wow.
and we lost. So
Tough start.
Probably weren't ready for that one. Still recovering.
So that was a little bit quick for us,
Yeah.
but hopefully
Yeah.
this year we're a bit more prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's hard. You guys don't get like time to soak it in. Well, I guess this is like something you guys are doing, so that's good.
Yeah, we're celebrating it here now.
Yeah, right
Well,
here.
We're going to hear lots more from these two, but head to a quick break. When we return, we will talk more about these guys and their personal lives outside of tennis. Stay tuned.
On the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything is shining like it's gonna be.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay Dixon, the proud owner and founder of Fans Vintage. We sell rare and vintage gear for all things TCU. I graduated from TCU with an MBA in 2020 and actually started Fans Vintage as part of a class project during COVID. And now, 2 years later, we've grown from selling random vintage gear on Instagram into a full-time retail business with rare and custom gear you can't find anywhere else. This business has always been about creating a community of passionate fans and bringing people together where nostalgia and school pride collide. We couldn't have gotten here without your tremendous enthusiasm and support. So thank you, and we can't wait to share what's next. Stay tuned, and as always, go Frogs.
Flying T Club provides the everyday TCU fan and alum the ability to specifically support TCU student athletes. Flying T Club offers 3 levels of memberships. The Flying T Club is a nonprofit organization supporting the brand development of TCU student athletes through a series of unique event-based networking opportunities, which are exclusive to our members. These events provide a great social engagement tool for our members and student athletes alike. Follow them on Instagram at Flying T Club or online at flyingtclub.com.
This is Cowtown Headache Center, a neurology clinic that specializes in headache medicine. We offer standard oral medications, we offer trigger point injections, we offer multiple nerve blocks, we offer infusions both for prevention medication and for acute relief. My name is Andrew Levere. I'm a physician assistant that has a special certification from the National Headache Foundation in headache medicine. Patients are pretty shocked when I tell them we have tons of options for them and that we can do better than what they're doing. I don't just tell you, here's one medicine we're going to try. I'll give them options, and then ultimately we choose together as the provider and patient. It's very satisfying to know that we're changing people's lives.
Texas-based Happy Water offers the best-tasting, sugar-free kids drink ever made. Happy Water comes in 4 delicious flavors that you can find at local retailers and on Amazon. Each pouch contains 0 grams of sugar, 0 calories, and 0% juice. Head to happydrinks.com for more information and to purchase Happy Water. That's HAPI drinks.com. Live happy, be happy, drink happy.
Welcome back to the Players Club, everyone. And as you can see, our live view right now here from John. Fearnley, thanks you guys for being here during these weathering conditions.
Yes, thank you. And let's get into your hometown. So where are you guys from each?
So yeah, I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland. Lived there maybe pretty much my whole life. So yeah, a little bit different to what we're to here.
Yeah,
But,
sure. Can you tell us what it's like? Like, I'm curious. I've never been to Scotland. Do you live in like a city vibe, or is it like countryside? What's the vibe of it?
It's honestly a little bit of both.
Okay.
I don't know how much you've heard of Scotland, but there's a lot of mountains,
Uh-huh.
a lot of hills, but there's also like there's some like there's a downtown equivalent.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty nice place. You can get a bit of the best of both worlds. going
Yeah.
on.
What do you miss the most about it?
Yeah, the scenery, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like here it's pretty flat.
Yeah, Texas is pretty ugly.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
There's not many like hills you can walk up, but yeah, I'd
Uh-huh.
say that's the one thing. Like long walks and stuff. It's pretty cool.
What about you, Luke? Where you're from?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
from France,
Yes.
Paris in France.
And
Sorry.
I've never heard of it. That's
yeah,
crazy.
never heard. What was it like growing up in France for you?
Growing up, I mean, that was different for sure. Like first, French, I just came here 4 years ago with a new life, a language, quite far from like my family, my friends. So yeah, that was good.
What? So the first time that you came here was your first time in the U.S. ever?
Yeah, right.
Okay. What was that like for you? Was it a culture shock? And you came to Texas first?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that was a big change for me.
Yeah.
Like I won't lie to you. Like the food, it's not the same at all, but it's pretty good here for sure. Like
But you
barbecue,
think it's better in France?
Yeah.
better,
You can be honest.
Yeah. And we're
better.
not.
Still have to say, but
Yeah.
it's very good in France.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like the
sure.
bread, ham, or the meat. The quality of the food is very good.
Is
So,
that what you miss the most, you'd say?
yeah, probably
Or your family, probably.
my friends, yeah, of course, my
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
but also the food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then how often are you guys seeing your family since you're obviously studying overseas? Is this like a once a year, twice a year type situation, or as much as you can, I'm guessing?
In my case, once a year, I just try to go back to France in like June, July, just to chill, just have some rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once a year. for
I'm
me.
sure that they're able to live stream your games and stuff though, right? Are they tuning in? and-
Yeah, of course. I mean, my dad watch a lot,
Yeah.
my matches, me and a team
Yeah.
also. So.
I'm sure they're so proud of you. Obviously, national champs. Why would they not be? And kind of getting into your guys' relationship as a pair on the tennis court, tell us about not just actually what your position is on the court, but like in each other's lives in terms of like your dynamic as a pair. Like you have to really rely on each other, no? How does that work for you two?
Yeah, obviously, I think we're, I would say, very good friends, like very close. I think a few jokes on the team kind of go out because we're always hanging out with each other and stuff.
Aw,
But
I love that.
yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Yeah, he's a nice guy, and yeah, we get on so well. And I think that translates on the court. Obviously, we have to trust each other. We have to back each other, and on the court, he's got a pretty big serve, so that helps me. Then I don't really have to do too much when he's serving.
What's the height
Um,
difference between you two?
Uh,
Not to
Say-
make you look any
Yeah, I was
shorter than
Yeah,
him, but
I'm
just
sorry.
curious.
Tall too,
Because
yeah.
he is 6'5", you told me before
yeah.
the show?
What are you?
I'm about
6'2"?
6'1".
Okay, there
I
we
would
go. So
say-
we
Yeah.
got some
He's
major
tall,
height
yeah.
on the
He's
court.
tall too.
Love
Not tall,
that.
man, but yeah, thanks.
Love that for you guys. And what, for each of you individually, you guys can answer this. What kind of led you to tennis in the first place? That's not necessarily a mainstream sport that you're thrown into, and to play at the collegiate level is huge. So what got you guys into it?
Me, that was more. My dad, was like a teacher in France, so like he, like, taught me like tennis when I was 5 years old,
Mhm.
and after I just like love the sport. I just play, since I'm a kid, and I'm here at TCU, so I just play. I feel for like the last 20 years of my life,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked out.
Yeah.
What
it
about
is,
you,
yeah.
Jake?
So yeah, me and my grandparents were a big influence. They had a pretty big back garden, so I used to like hit with my grandparents in the garden. So that was pretty cool,
Aw.
and some good memories from there. And yeah, I just played ever since. And I think it's like in Europe, tennis is like a much bigger sport than it is here,
Yeah.
because obviously you guys have like football, basketball, baseball.
Of
So
course.
hopefully we're bringing some tennis into people's lives at TCU. Hopefully,
Oh yeah,
totally.
we're hearing
Total
all about
tennis
it.
school now.
Now,
Yeah.
did you just referenced what I think backyard is back garden? Is that what you call it in
Oh,
Scotland?
sorry. Yeah.
No, I just picked up on that, and I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's-
I'm gonna start calling my backyard a back garden.
So
Yeah,
fancy.
sorry.
I'll feel very bougie doing that.
Yeah.
So, who do you guys think was like the biggest influence, or who pushed you the most to come to like America to play?
To America, I would say my brother. He played also. He played in California school
Okay,
at
cool.
Stanford.
Yeah.
So he just told me, Luke, that you just go to college. Like it's fun. Like you have a nice life. Like you just meet people and you play tennis. So I just say, okay. I mean,
Yeah, sounds
why
good
not?
to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? So I just came here, and I was like, I guess lost at first. Because new life. But now I just like living a life. I've met my best friends. I know here, so that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. I can't imagine going overseas to play, starting a new life, like you said. But for it to all work out, you come out as national champions back to back. I mean, you're
Not
feeling
too
pretty
shabby,
good.
yeah.
And you said your grandparents had an influence on you playing tennis. Was there anyone else that encouraged you to come to TCU specifically?
Yeah, I mean, my coach at the time, he kind of pushed me towards college because, like, college is kind of a route where people go just if they're not quite ready to go on the tour yet to play pro. So, and I definitely wasn't ready. So I thought that it was like a great move for me just to kind of mature a little bit and stuff. So I think he was a big influence for me to come to college too.
I have a random question. What was y'all's first influences, like, or
Impressions.
impressions of each other? Like the first time you guys met, were you like,
Ooh.
like, did you know like this
Be
was gonna be
honest.
the pair?
We're
sure.
only honest.
Yeah,
on
I mean,
here.
Jake. Okay, I was at first I was so like he's maybe shy, like doesn't talk too much, like he's
Really?
a bit like a small guy, just around like that. But I mean, now I guess he changed because I was maybe not sure, like I didn't know him well,
Yeah.
so that was first impression I have.
Shy.
Yeah, I got that a lot. So yeah, I think for Luke it was like he came actually when I came my freshman year, he had orange tips in his hair. So
Really?
his hair was orange.
Yeah.
So I was like, this guy's a bit crazy. Likes to like
Yeah.
Hold on
It's good
now.
It's good now. Likes to have fun, and obviously he still likes to have fun, but obviously like works hard, loves tennis, and I think that came through pretty early on from
That's
when I saw him.
awesome. Why the orange tips, may I ask?
I don't know, like just some fun, just some
Yeah.
fun in life. I mean, why not?
Are
So,
you
yeah.
thinking of doing any other colors in the hair anytime soon? Purple?
Maybe I might go blonde, like dye blonde.
Oh, like a
on my hair.
blackout?
Yeah,
that'd be
that's,
lit.
Are
yeah.
you guys
Full blonde.
superstitious? Like if you were to dye it blonde and then win multiple matches back to back,
You have to
would
keep
it
your
stay
hair blonde
blonde?
forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, yeah,
Really?
for sure. Yeah, me, yes.
You're that
for sure.
superstitious?
Yeah, I am.
I love
Really?
it.
What else
about
have you
Jake?
been superstitious about?
Wait, Luke, will you say blonde again?
Sorry, yeah.
Will you say blonde again?
Blonde.
Oh,
Blonde.
the way you say it is so good. Okay.
So much better than us English
He's
speaking.
like blonde. I was like, that's it.
I love
Yeah.
it. All right. Well, I wanted to ask a few questions. We mentioned earlier you're moving into your outdoor season. What does the training difference look like between indoor and outdoor, if there is any? I'm not
I'm guessing you're
positive, but
indoor for indoor and outdoor.
I don't really know. Just the main difference is the practice. It seems to go on way longer. I don't know if
for
that's
indoor
outdoor?
or
for
outdoor?
outdoor.
Outdoor.
Just because I think the ball is not traveling as fast, a lot longer rallies, and especially the first few days outdoors, you're just getting used to the surface. So a lot of like long drills. Devin, our assistant coach, he pushes us to run a lot. So the practices have been pretty brutal.
It gets hot
outdoors
out there too,
especially,
right?
so.
I don't know if you saw me and Emma's promo video that we did for you guys coming on. We spent about
I hope
30
you
minutes
didn't.
outside playing tennis and we broke into a sweat.
Yeah,
so
it was hard.
I'm sure you guys have a much tougher time than we do out there
Yeah.
in the sun. Does it get hot though when you're out there practicing?
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's just so hot. I'm just my shirt is like so like wet. My
Yeah.
socks. I mean, just after like
Do you think you have
an
an
hour practice, and I'm just like tired. So
Yeah,
it's
draining.
tough sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
for
very
sure.
tough.
Do you think it's an advantage when teams come and play you guys, like the Heat? You guys like playing it all the time. Like if they're not used to it, they probably get tired quicker.
What do you say?
Yeah, for sure. And I think something that works in our favor is that whenever we train in the fall, it's like I don't even know, like 40 or
Yeah.
over like 100 degrees almost. So
Yeah.
In
We're-
summer too, no? In summer
in the
for
summer,
you.
yeah,
Last
'cause
summer,
I
right?
came back in the summer this year just
Okay.
to train and stuff, and it was like crazy. So
Yeah.
honestly, right now it's hot, but it's not like crazy. So I think
Yeah.
for us that's a huge advantage for
Yeah.
guys from I don't know, even Kentucky,
Yeah,
like
for
so
sure.
snowy all the year. So I think that's a really big
And
advantage.
Michigan, you know, team
Michigan.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they
So-
are
the
playing.
North,
That's
yeah.
true. I didn't even think about the advantage, just the weather, how that's having an impact between indoor and outdoor.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense. Now, I think Emma wanted to ask you. You said that you guys have the same nutritionist, kind of
Yeah,
having to do with the
Jessica.
training.
She speaks so highly about you guys. So I just
Yeah.
want to know like what your relationship is with her. Like, do you guys really focus on diet and certain things?
Yes, a lot for me because I just want to be like always on the court, fast, jump high, be light on the court. So like I talked to her probably during the fall, you know, just to ask, you know, what I should eat more, eat less, like drinking, like during the match too, what to drink, what to eat, and I
Right.
guess like it worked well, you know, so far. So I'm very proud of that. Yeah.
Would you say that's one of the most important things to you is keeping your body healthy and eating the right things? I mean, have you seen that make a difference in how you guys play too?
Yeah, massively. I think like for guys that have been injured a lot, I've been injured quite a lot. I think nutrition was the one thing that actually helped me kind of combat those injuries. And
Mhm.
I think meetings with Jessica, her like giving me kind of like a program to eat. Like say I injured my muscles, she would give me more protein, and I
Yeah.
think that kind of stuff is extremely important and maybe even extremely overlooked sometimes. I think
Yeah.
people just think like, yeah, go to the athletic training room and just don't really think too much about their diet, but it's just as it's more important, if not the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much of an impact it has on you guys. And I know I've seen all the different plans that they keep you on nutritionally to keep you focused and healthy in your sport. So that's good to hear, though, that that's a focus for you guys because
Yeah,
that is important,
for sure.
keeping your body healthy.
sure.
Another thing I kind of wanted to just switch gears to is team dynamics for you guys as a tennis group of guys. It seems you're pretty close. It's a smaller group. What has that been like for you in your college experience, having however many? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
maybe
how
you could
many-
say how many guys it is.
How many are on the
but
team?
9 guys in
Nine,
the
I
team,
think.
I
Wow.
believe.
yeah, so that's a
Tiny.
close knit
Yeah, it's a
group.
small team.
How has that impacted your college experience? Having those 8 other guys, you can both kind of respond.
So I would say me at the start I was tough. You know, my first year I was like probably like a bit shyer. You know,
Mhm.
and now you know just like not sure about what to talk with my teammates. You know, in my I guess with our coaches too. But I guess nice is much better. You know, like Jack and Seb and Luke Swan came this year. You know, like new guys, but like very nice guys. I mean, we love them.
Yeah.
Jake and I, and probably also the fact to be like just 9 on the team, like you get to know like more about like each other's
person.
life, you know. So that's nice also.
Yeah, and I'm sure that impacts the success of the program too, right? The fact that you're so close and can rely on each other. What about you, Jake? How has it kind of impacted your play?
Yeah, it's huge. It's so important for like success to be like all kind of backing each other. And I don't know if he's watching. I just want to give a shout out to Luke Swan, new addition this year. He's been unbelievable. Like any pictures from national indoors you see, he's always the one.
A big
yelling,
voice,
getting,
yeah,
like,
a big voice in
getting
this
so
team.
pumped for
Yeah.
us. He just wants us all to do well, and
Love that.
he's in practice is the same, like great energy. And I feel like in the team we made a few changes this year with
Yeah.
with being a bit more energized, like backing each other, and I think it's paying dividends right now.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell how much you guys are supportive of each other. That's just amazing to have as a program, and I'm sure it's going to take you guys far, far, far. The kind of final thing I wanted to talk about and discuss before we head to another break, how has NIL, the introduction of that into athletics at TCU, had an impact on you guys? Are you big into like social media or
Yeah,
doing
getting the
stuff like
deals,
this?
yeah.
How is that kind
I mean,
of influenced you?
Okay, so I think you know that's for us. Like, it's kind of tough to have like deals with brands. I think you know because we are not from
Yeah.
State America, so
Yeah.
we cannot sign any deal. I mean,
Yeah.
I like just like of course to post stories, you know,
Yeah.
new stuff, but I mean, I just do it just for fun, basically.
Yeah, it's not really something you play
No,
into here.
no.
And if you were to go on the tour or play overseas or abroad, would that be something that you guys would then maybe be interested in? Or
Jake? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for sure. I think any way that we can kind of get our name out there, get our kind of brand, we'd want to do that. And kind of like social media is obviously, especially in today's age, it's like it's a big platform. So yeah, I think that's definitely something we'll do.
For sure. Yeah.
well, I think the national championship trophy is the first step in getting your guys' name out there.
Yeah.
We're gonna head to another short break, but when we return, we'll hear more from these two at the Players Club.
Texas-based Happy Water offers the best tasting sugar-free kids drink ever made. Happy Water comes in 4 delicious flavors that you can find at local retailers and on Amazon. Each pouch contains 0 grams of sugar, 0 calories, and 0% juice. Head to happydrinks.com for more information and to purchase Happy Water. That's HAPI drinks.com. Live happy, be happy, drink happy.
On the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything is shining on its
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay Dixon, the proud owner and founder of Fans Vintage. We sell rare and vintage gear for all things TCU. I graduated from TCU with an MBA in 2020 and actually started Fans Vintage as part of a class project during COVID. And now, 2 years later, we've grown from selling random vintage gear on Instagram into a full-time retail business with rare and custom gear you can't find anywhere else. This business has always been about creating a community of passionate fans and bringing people together where nostalgia and school pride collide.
We couldn't have gotten here without your tremendous enthusiasm and support. So thank you, and we can't wait to share what's next.
Stay tuned, and as always, go Frogs.
Flying T Club provides the everyday TCU fan and alum the ability to specifically support TCU student athletes. Flying T Club offers 3 levels of memberships. The Flying T Club is a nonprofit organization supporting the brand development of TCU student athletes through a series of unique event-based networking opportunities, which are exclusive to our members. These events provide a great social engagement tool for our members and student athletes alike. Follow them on Instagram at Flying T Club or online at flyingtclub.com.
This is Cowtown Headache Center, a neurology clinic that specializes in headache medicine. We offer standard oral medications, we offer trigger point injections, we offer multiple nerve blocks, we offer infusions both for prevention medication and for acute relief. My name is Andrew Levere. I'm a physician assistant that has a special certification from the National Headache Foundation in headache medicine. Patients are pretty shocked when I tell them we have tons of options for them and that we can do better than what they're doing. I don't just tell you, here's one medicine we're gonna try. I'll give them options, and then ultimately we choose together as the provider and patient. It's very satisfying to know that we're changing people's lives.
Welcome back to John's Grill, everyone. And we had our cameraman shoot through the window here. You can see it feels like it's about
at John's Grill. John's Grill has fast casual service and a fun, relaxed, family-friendly environment featuring 11 big screen TVs for you to catch the big game on. The mixology team has created a craft cocktail and beer menu featuring local spirits and brews from across Texas. Look at their website, johnsgrill.com, and welcome back. We want to switch gears. We're going to talk about recruiting stories. How did you guys end up at TCU? Did you go on multiple visits? Did you come to America first, or you just dropped off?
Give us the whole rundown, because I know coming from overseas is a whole different process.
It's whole different, yeah.
Oof. Okay, so for me, I came maybe once, to like America. Then I went to TCU and Oklahoma. Yeah. But I mean, like, I was just like straight. I mean, here is like a much better place. I mean, it's like,
yeah, obviously.
For us,
Norman,
like,
Fort Worth.
Yeah.
for us, like, it's great.
It's the place to be, yeah.
So I was just being clear. Okay, my goal is to come here to TCU.
Yeah.
And just choose TCU straight. Yeah.
What was the most difficult part? Like, was it communicating with the coaches and stuff? I mean, there's a time difference that you're working with, even.
Yeah. Time difference. Yeah. Just those people. Yeah, I mean, the first to talk with coaches. I mean, my English was like pretty bad. Jake knows that, pretty bad and nasty. Like, just like great, but it's fine. Yeah, just talk with the coaches, with people. Like, I don't know, at the restaurant, for example. But I guess now it's much better for me. Yeah.
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 What about you, Jake? What was kind of your story?
My story, I actually knew one of the guys on the team was British, Alistair Gray. So he kind of put me first in contact with the coaches, and then they came over for some tournaments in the UK, and then they watched me play. I actually didn't play my best. Lost all the matches they saw
You
me
guys
play.
are your toughest critics.
But
Obviously it worked out.
Yeah, obviously they saw something they liked. So and then just kind of talking. I was playing a tournament in America actually, and then after I played that, I came here for a visit, and I loved it from the moment I saw it, and then here I am.
What was you said you loved it from the moment you saw it. Was there something that made you both say, like, I want to play at TCU? Was that, it could have been a person or just kind of seeing it?
Me is probably like the buildings. I feel like they're also like clean, like perfect. Like everything here is like so neat.
Very
it's
nice
like,
buildings.
So
The
good.
architecture drew you in.
Yeah, I mean the dorms, also they were nice. So I was like,
You looked at the blue, you looked at the comments, you're like, this is the place. You gotta be here.
no, for sure. Also, I
love
mean
it.
the coaches also they were like great guys, great coaches. So like we just talk like long talk first. About my life. My goals in life too.
Yeah.
And I mean they just like felt me, I guess. And
Yeah.
I just say, okay, I trust you, and I will come here for the next 4 years of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it can get lost. I mean, all three of you could attest to this as athletes. When you're getting recruited somewhere, it's just as important to you as like, do I love this school? Do I see myself fitting in here as a human being? Because when you apply as a normal folk like me to college, that's the first thing on your mind. But you guys have a sport that comes along with it. So that's great to hear that you fell in love with TCU as a place.
And did
not
they
just as
take you
tennis.
did they take you on the field for a game? Like, did they do the whole like
or the
official
court,
visit?
yeah, we should call it.
I mean, I came here during or like in June,
Oh,
so I guess
okay.
that
So you
was
didn't get like the football game and all
No.
that. Oh, okay.
So he
No
just
one was
strictly
here,
fell in
yeah.
love with the beauty. We love that.
I love it.
And Jake, what about
Yeah,
you?
what about you?
I mean, I think one thing that kind of separates from a tennis point of view is our tennis courts, the
Yeah.
purple courts, surrounded by the trees. They're beautiful, and I think just like obviously I hadn't seen them at the time because I only visited here, but just looking around the other campuses we go to and the other courts, I think by far we have the best tennis facilities from my point of view. And
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
I think it's just nice for people to watch, and it's a great atmosphere. And I love playing there, going to practice every day. It's unreal. So
Yeah,
I think
it is
that-
beautiful down there. I haven't seen too many other tennis facilities, but every time I'm down there, I'm like, wow, we're
It's
lucky
so
to have
nice.
this
Yeah.
on campus. Even accessible to students too around there, which is like so cool for us.
Yeah.
Now we want to kind of get to know you guys better as people. So let's start with the fact you have families both overseas. Do you have siblings? Are you close with your families? And what has that been like for you being so far away?
Yeah, so I have one sister. She's 29 now, and my brother is 27.
So you're the baby of the family.
Yeah, it's the last one in the family. Yeah, I mean, we just talk like I would say maybe once a week. For me it's fine. Once a week, one call, just like some text. Just to like if like everything is fine. If I'm like
Alive.
here. If I yes, and with my parents, same. We just talk a lot every time. It's about school, about my health.
Yeah.
The tennis. Yeah. So yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty close. I have a half brother and my mom and dad. I'd say I'm more close with my mom because I live with my mom in Scotland, and then my dad lives in England, and my brother lives in Netherlands. He works
Wow.
in
All over the
Yeah, he
place.
works in the European Space Agency. So he
Wow.
got the brains, and I got more of the
Is
athletic.
that
Got
like
the beauty,
NASA?
brains at the
Yeah,
beauty.
definitely don't have the brains, but hopefully I make up for that in athletics. So, but yeah, no, we get on really good, and my mom obviously wants to know everything that's going on. My dad, doesn't really talk to me too much. just checks in every now and then just to make sure I'm doing okay. And
That's the dads for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you guys feel like you found like a good community here at TCU? Like I know you know Ricky, like from golf and stuff. Like, are there any other Scottish athletes?
Scottish athletes? No.
No
We've
swimmers.
only one.
Is
What?
is there any
No
Scottish
swimmers, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think we.
I don't
Do we
think
have any
so.
Scottish?
Any
people?
swimmers?
I should know that.
Swimming
But
team,
I
no?
don't think there are.
Captain Emma needs to know.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we don't have any Scottish people on the team, but I mean, it's cool, like being from Europe and having people like that you kind of live close to, I
And
guess.
people on other teams too, right?
Yeah.
Like, how's that dynamic been for you guys living
Yeah.
with a golfer?
Yeah, I mean, golf team, beach volleyball,
right?
you guys also swimmers.
Messies,
Yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's like a big family. We just love just to hang. Just talk and have fun. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of want to just switch to traveling and tournament play. What is the best place you guys have traveled to play in a tournament or match game, anything like that?
Even though you just said TCU is the best.
Yeah.
Outside of TCU or like dual match?
I would say outside of TCU, probably.
What country?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for me personally, I went to Melbourne in Australia,
Yeah, sure.
and that was I definitely would go back there. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Super nice.
What made it so cool?
I don't know, just like the atmosphere, the people there, they love their tennis. The weather is unreal. So I would just say those things. Like I don't know, it just felt like a really cool place, and it's Australia's like it was like a 20-hour flight.
Yeah,
so
you gotta go a
long
it
ways.
felt like I should enjoy it for how far I had to travel for it. So, but no, that was really
Well,
cool.
now you can stay. Isn't your teammate? Isn't Luke? Is he Australian?
No, he's actually British. He has an
I fully
accent,
thought he was
yeah.
Australian when
Yeah.
I got the stroke
Yeah.
from him.
Getting,
Whoops.
getting them
Anyways,
all the places confused. What about you,
yeah.
Luke?
For me, it's probably Spain. Yeah,
Wow.
Spain's very nice. I mean, it's have like nice beach, good food also, and I guess nice people just to be around.
Yeah.
Nice facilities to play tennis.
How
so.
much of an impact, you mentioned that like the atmosphere was great in Melbourne because they love their tennis. How much of an impact does that have versus when you're playing at a school that maybe isn't huge on tennis or playing somewhere that doesn't usually have a lot of tennis matches? Like, does that really affect how you play, or you guys kind of just block out the atmosphere and focus on your game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's great to play in front of like tennis fans
Mm-hmm.
that know what they're kind of watching. But there's definitely some circumstances, especially at dual matches, where we get a bunch of frat guys that come and don't really know anything about tennis. They're just loud, and that can kind of be off-putting. But when there's true tennis fans, they know kind of how to respect the game and stuff. That's why we play. Really, is just to play in front of people like that, and it's really great fun.
We had some questions actually about that, kind of speaking of, in-game and fans, how that impacts you. Do you guys like silence, like to get in the zone for the game, or how does that
Is
work?
it like a polite
Because
clap,
it's different,
or
right?
like-
When you're at a football game, people can be screaming the whole time and the players don't even really notice. It doesn't
Yeah.
impact them. But with the game you're playing, you need to be laser focused,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I would say for me, I just like the fans around here, like being loud, like cheer for us. I mean, saying like our names, and also with the guys. Also, I guess on the court, it's always like courts like straight like that in a line. So we always say like, "Let's go, Jake," or like, "Let's go, Jack." Like just like just to get
Bringing
back
that
to
energy.
Each other. So, I mean, I just love his feeling also.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you have some random frat guys there screaming, probably not the best. But tennis fans are
Yeah.
hyping you up. That's great.
For sure.
And what would you say is you said your toughest competitor was Kentucky, but what would you say is the hardest like crowd to go
Right.
up against?
Who was
that's-
like the rowdiest?
Yeah.
Probably Tech, no?
Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, yeah.
Really?
They-
What,
they-
why
they're
not
rough.
the Raiders? Yelling a lot of
Ugh.
stuff, or
Yeah, I would say that was brutal.
For you, huh?
Yeah, it was
What-
awful. Yeah, for doubles, they basically what they did was we were just about to do the national anthem, and then like this, I don't even know, like 500, 600 frat
Just
guys
walk
just
straight.
walked straight
What?
on the court
Just
next
ran
to me.
to a stand,
Yeah, and like started like but they
Yeah.
had no idea what tennis was about. So
Yeah.
the point would be over, and then 5 seconds later they would be like going nuts. So yeah, Texas Tech for sure.
Texas Tech.
But I think on average, it's gotta be Michigan, no?
Oh, okay.
Maybe no.
Why Michigan?
I mean, I feel like remember when we played there? That was the most uncomfortable I think I've been on a tennis court.
really?
That was my freshman year. I was this little freshman. go to Michigan, and then like these
They're
guys
heckling
just
you the
like
whole time.
make it so personal.
Wow.
And it
That's
just
the
was. I
worst.
just did not. I did not enjoy tennis that day at all.
Yeah.
And it's a close
Yeah.
environment, so you really can hear
Yeah.
what they're saying. You see
Yeah.
their faces, everything.
Can be tough sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
crazy.
Do you guys get nervous at all pregame or during the game? Do you guys get nerves, butterflies, or are you calm and collected?
Yeah, of course. It's like for sure, like a bit tight always because I want us just to win like the matches every time,
Mhm.
doubles, singles, and as a team, is always the goal. So like we just want to do well.
Yeah.
So like, but maybe more like I don't know, the pressure on myself,
Mhm.
and yeah. So
I would say for tennis too, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to be pretty mentally tough. You have to be able to come back from a deficit. You have to be focused all the time. Do you guys consider yourself mentally tough people? Like you can go match after match, win or loss, and kind of make it through?
Yeah, I think it comes and goes for me. I think most of the time I'd say so, but obviously at the end of the season, it's you have to really like
Yeah.
force yourself to fight and compete. But obviously, we're playing for a team, so none of us want to let each other
Anyone
down.
down.
So that we have to fight for each other. And I think if anyone was to tank, then you're gonna get an earful from one team member. So
Yeah.
and tanking is just like not giving 100%. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'd say just everyone competes and everyone has to be mentally tough and just because that it translates like Luke was saying, you play 1 through 6. If I'm playing here and then Luke sees me like not really giving 100%, and that affects him directly too. So
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
yeah,
like a
and
lot
you
of
can-
pressure, but in like a good way, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And hold each other accountable, right?
Yeah.
That's like major. I don't think any other team has that much of a tight knit group that can really have that support around them. That's amazing. I think we want to switch topics to kind of travel and what that looks like for you guys. We've asked some other athletes that came on how travel schedules kind of affected their time at TCU. I mean, you have to miss class sometimes. You have to miss maybe an event you wanted to go to on campus, something like that. Is travel something you guys enjoy as a part of the sport, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously travel, it's fun. It's nice to see new places, play in front of
Yeah.
new crowds, new courts. So yeah, I would say for me, I really enjoy traveling, and we also get some per diem when we travel.
There
we
you
get
go.
some, we get a
The per
little bit of money,
diem.
which is nice. But yeah, what do you think, Luke?
yeah. Also, it's also tough sometimes when you have like a test. When you back on one night you have a test, like next day, it's always stress to like study. Like ask me the notes to people. Because I was missing class.
Yeah, helping
So
you
it's
out.
also tough. Yeah.
What are your
What-
guys'
I was
majors?
just literally, yeah.
Economics for
Read
me.
your mind. What's yours?
Economics.
Economics.
Economics,
Okay,
yeah.
Neely.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Not so smart. Health and fitness.
Health and
Oh,
fitness.
okay,
That's
that's
pretty
good.
tough,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey.
It's honestly tougher than I thought. I wanted one that was gonna be kind of help, like I could be a bit chill so I could play tennis. But honestly, it's keeping me up pretty late.
Yeah, I
recently,
would say
so.
health and fitness.
Yeah,
is
that sounds kind of
pretty
hard.
difficult.
Yeah.
So you just got into that because you thought it was maybe a simpler thing that you would
You
be
probably
into,
understand.
or-
I mean,
yeah.
do you ever like go to class and you're like, oh yeah, like that applies to like when I'm playing, or
Yeah, kind of stuff like that. I did biomechanics, like movement stuff. That kind of translates. But
Yeah.
I think I did that at high school back home. So I think it kind of is already a topic that I kind of knew a bit about. So I thought that was going to be why it would be a bit easier for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, not so easy.
Luke, what got you into economics?
I mean, I love business, the stock markets,
Yeah.
Bitcoins,
Okay.
all the
Oh,
coins,
okay.
coins like that. So I
You're a
just,
businessman.
yeah.
I mean, I like that. Yeah. so I just, I mean, why not maybe like try to like learn more about all of that. So
Yeah. And you guys are both studying things, so could have a career there. But if you were to go on professionally, tennis is the goal, right? After
Yeah.
college.
Yeah, for sure. So me, that's my last season here. That's sad,
Sad for everyone.
Last season here, last spring, and my goal is to play like in the summer straight, like going around the world, back in maybe Europe,
Cool.
come back here, like back and forth every time, but just to play like fully like tennis.
Yeah.
That is my goal.
How long can that career last? How long do people usually play until? Like what age?
I would say,
Would you say?
I mean, this is not like maximum age,
Yeah.
but the best age to stop is maybe like 40 years old. Jake?
Okay.
Wow.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a lot older. Like
Yeah.
you're seeing like a lot of these. Obviously, there's a lot of young guys coming through, but
Yeah.
you see like these guys playing until they're like 40.
Yeah, 40.
It's getting older for sure. Yeah.
That's great.
That's
I mean,
cool.
it's just because people can stay in such great shape now, right, and keep
Mhm.
their bodies healthy.
Yeah.
Is there a player right now that you guys really aspire to play like or want to have that career maybe in the future? If you had to pick one, I'm sure you have a few.
I mean, Djokovic, for sure. I mean, he's like the best right now, and like
Yeah.
he's been the best for like the last 10 years. Like he won like Grand Slams, big tournaments. So
Yeah.
my goal will be just the same to win like matches,
Mhm.
like just got my name like in the fans base in
Yeah.
the crowd.
Cool. What about you?
Someone who I aspire. I mean, game style wise, he said catching off. No, yeah, that's what he says. I play like he's a Russian
big
player.
forehand.
Yeah,
Like Jake.
like
yeah.
big forehand, yeah, whatever. So I think him obviously be good. He's been top 15, he's top 15, top 20,
Top 20 now.
top 20.
Yeah.
So he's doing pretty good. But obviously, yeah, like Djokovic. I mean, he's the standard for everyone.
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah.
sorry,
No,
I have
you're
such
good.
a random question. Did you guys play any other sports growing up?
yeah. I play some basketball.
Yeah.
Seems on brand for
Yeah,
you.
he had the height early on. So yeah.
Basketball.
You
and
weren't a basketball fan though. You didn't want to stick with that.
I was not great, I would say maybe. So
Really?
yeah, so just keep that,
Yeah.
Go play tennis, yeah.
Yeah. Stick to tennis.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, football, soccer for you guys.
Yeah.
I played.
I was like, you played
Just
football?
to clarify.
I'm not. You don't see I look like the build for football. No, I played. I played football. Like squash and badminton. You know, squash, badminton.
Okay.
My mom played.
Never played myself, but
Yeah,
familiar.
Heard of it.
My
yeah.
mom was a very good squash player. My dad was a very good badminton player. So just racket sports in general. I
Yeah.
played a bit table tennis. We all played a bit
Yeah,
of table
also,
tennis.
yeah.
'cause
Do you guys play ping pong like all the
Yeah,
time?
we do.
Yeah,
That's
we
actually
love
so funny.
Yeah.
So
That's
does
amazing.
no one
Who's
where
the
you're
best on
from
the-
calls it ping pong?
Table tennis?
It's only table tennis, or
I mean-
you guys just call it table tennis because you're tennis players.
We know it's
Yeah,
ping
like
pong, but I'd say the
ping
actual
pong,
sport is
yeah.
table tennis. I
Okay.
grew up table tennis.
Who's
but
the best
Oh,
on
so
the
you-
team?
Who's the best?
It's tough, you know.
I mean, we're all good, I guess,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
would
it's
hope.
tough to say the best. Yeah.
yeah, I actually used to take lessons, so
I
No one-
guess Jack is the best now.
no one
No
really
way,
knows
you would
that about
I
play?
me.
don't think I've ever met anyone that's taken.
Yeah, I
table
know.
tennis
I used to go
lessons.
every Wednesday night when I was like 12. Yeah, just
Really?
grinding
That's
cross court.
amazing.
Yeah, no one really knows that. So yeah, I used to.
Wow, a
my
little
granddad
bit of
used to make me
insider
go do
info
lessons,
there.
so.
Yeah, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it carries over, I'm sure, though. Being a tennis player, everyone is
Yeah.
decently good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. Love talking to you guys so far. But when we return, we'll hear a little bit more from these two. So stay tuned to the Players Club.
we should.
T Club provides the everyday TCU fan and alum the ability to specifically support TCU student athletes. Flying T Club offers 3 levels of memberships. The Flying T Club is a nonprofit organization supporting the brand development of TCU student athletes through a series of unique event-based networking opportunities, which are exclusive to our members. These events provide a great social engagement tool for our members and student athletes alike. Follow them on Instagram at Flying T Club or online at flyingtclub.com.
Texas-based Happy Water offers the best-tasting, sugar-free kids drink ever made. Happy Water comes in 4 delicious flavors that you can find at local retailers and on Amazon. Each pouch contains 0 grams of sugar, 0 calories, and 0% juice. Head to happydrinks.com for more information and to purchase Happy Water. That's HAPI Live happy, be happy, drink happy.
On the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything is shining like it's gonna be.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay Dixon, the proud owner and founder of Fans Vintage. We sell rare and vintage gear for all things TCU. I graduated from TCU with an MBA in 2020 and actually started Fans Vintage as part of a class project during COVID. And now, 2 years later, we've grown from selling random vintage gear on Instagram into a full-time retail business with rare and custom gear you can't find anywhere else. This business has always been about creating a community of passionate fans and bringing people together where nostalgia and school pride collide.
We couldn't have gotten here without your tremendous enthusiasm and support. So thank you, and we can't wait to share what's next.
Stay tuned, and as always, go Frogs.
This is Cowtown Headache Center, a neurology clinic that specializes in headache medicine. We offer standard oral medications, we offer trigger point injections, we offer multiple nerve blocks, we offer infusions both for prevention medication and for acute relief. My name is Andrew Levere. I'm a physician assistant that has a special certification from the National Headache Foundation in headache medicine. Patients are pretty shocked when I tell them we have tons of options for them and that we can do better than what they're doing. I don't just tell you, here's one medicine we're gonna try. I'll give them options, and then ultimately we choose together as the provider and patient. It's very satisfying to know that we're changing people's lives.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Players Club. We are joined by the indoor men's tennis national champions, Luke Fomba and Jake Fearnley. Thanks for being here, you guys. We've been out here for a while.
Yeah, we're having a good time.
Yeah, we're weathering the storm here at John's Grill Live. We wanted to switch to a segment that we do every show, locker room and pregame ritual, kind of talk, hot seat type of questions. We want to hear so badly what the pregame is like before a tennis match. Are you guys like going crazy listening to music? Are you talking? Is it silence? Give me the rundown.
Yeah, so we do our kind of pre-game starts like 4 hours earlier or 3 hours earlier roughly.
Wow.
We hit once, we do activation first, we hit once, and then we chill, eat lunch, eat a little bit, and then we hit again. Oh, actually no, with mental prep. Huh? So yeah, our assistant coach, he's very big into kind of like the Zen, like
Before
being
match,
like visualization, like meditation, that kind of stuff. So
Cool.
we
breathing and stuff,
breathing, deep breathing. So that's what we do, and then we go out, final warm up, and then we play. So
Nice.
Wow, a lot of
Wow.
preparation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the meditation thing is interesting. We had two women's beach volleyball players on here, and I think it was it Tanya? I
Yeah.
think she said that she likes to meditate before games. Everyone else is going crazy, and she's trying to lay on the floor and meditate. But I mean, I'm sure that works really well to get you guys kind of in the zone and focused, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's tough because I like just to move around, to jump,
Yeah.
before a game, but I just have to like take like maybe like
Focus.
5 minutes, just like take your time, just breathe, relax, close your eyes, and just like, I mean, just think about the match, about the team, what you can do on the court. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys mentioned like you guys are a little superstitious. So does anything in that routine, like if it gets thrown off, like are you like kind of like freaked
Shaken up.
out or?
I don't know about you.
I mean, I think we've been doing it like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
So it's if anything was to kind of go a little bit awry, then yeah, it would be a little bit different. No?
Yeah.
I feel, but I mean, the mental prep, like Luke said, is tough for me too.
Yeah.
It's like you got the adrenaline for the match, and like I'm not good at focusing in general, so it's tough to kind of just stay still and for like 10-15 minutes. But
Do you think that mental prep time that you take has made your guys' game better? Do you think it's really helping you?
Yes. I would say it's like just help you to, I don't know, focus on the game, like not like on your phone or like talking to a friend. Just like
Yeah.
just be calm. It's like that's your moment of the day. You have to like go play a match or tennis match, so you have to be like focused on that.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
I try to do that before I take a test, so I'm sure a big match is helpful to kind of get your head in the zone. Now, is there a song that you guys are listening to individually pre-game, maybe? Oh, it seems like Luke has one. What is it?
I mean, yes, I have one. It's called Last, and
You're gonna
Jake
sing
knows
it.
it too. Yeah.
Jake knows it. Yeah,
Yeah.
are you guys gonna perform it for
Yeah.
us, or
You guys don't
Give
have
it-
to.
give it-
no
give it-
pressure?
was it? I'm so tight. I had it. Like last. Everybody gonna talk breakfast.
Shayo.
Oh, I actually
I
do
don't
think,
know it. I
No,
still
I do
don't
think
know
I
it.
know what song
We
you're
made
talking
them sing
about.
it during the break, and I just
Yeah,
like,
we're
still
gonna
don't
have to
know.
play this after the break and really figure out what this song is because I'm curious. Okay, so you're
So is that
listening to
playing like over the like? Are you guys warming up and that's playing, or is that just like in headphones?
Yeah.
I mean, both. I guess for me, it's on my earphones, and
Yeah.
I guess also like during on the what do you call that again?
Speaker.
Every time during some like warm up.
Yeah. And what about the preparation for outdoor versus indoor? Is it the exact same, just two different courts, or are you guys kind of approaching it differently?
No, I would say it's like the same. You know,
Yeah.
like you eat first, like 2 hours before a warm up. I think it's all the same.
Yeah.
Jake, you know if you have.
Yeah, pretty much exactly the same. I would
Yeah.
say. Yeah, sometimes like for the tournaments, when there's like many teams in one place, then it's a
Yeah.
little bit tougher because you don't obviously have as much time. Other people want to use the court, so
Yeah.
I'd say that's the only time it really kind of is like a little bit different. Yeah.
Got it. And what about what you're wearing? I mean, obviously you have like your shirt, short, whatever, but is there rules about wearing hats or headbands or certain socks? Like, how does that kind of work with your
So-
tennis uniform?
That's for Jake. This one.
Yeah, so I'm actually the designated kit guy, equipment guy to
Okay.
make sure everyone looks good on the day.
Oh, that's funny.
But
Yeah.
I'm pretty easygoing.
Yeah.
I'll take criticism and I'll take sort of recommendations what people want to wear. Because
So you set the outfit. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
we're wearing
set
this
the
shirt and
outfit.
this.
Yeah.
How does
But-
that work? Do you
Love it.
send like a photo of it laid out every night
I'll
before?
lay them out on my bed and then I'll
That
set
is
I'll
awesome.
send it in and then I'll
Doubles,
doubles,
singles, day 1, day 2, day 3.
Organized.
Finals.
Yeah,
Period.
I laid it out perfectly for the indoors, so I think
That
especially
worked, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
for Luke, like he likes to look good on the court, he likes to feel good, and it's big into what he's wearing. So I hopefully I
You try to put it together for him.
satisfy that. So yeah.
Yeah,
How'd
come
they
up
choose
back.
you for
Yeah.
that role? How'd they choose you? Are you the stylish one or are you just reliable maybe?
No, Luke's definitely the stylish one, but I don't know, like how did I even get?
Yeah.
I think maybe I just said I'll do it.
Yeah, just Jake said,
And then,
do
yeah, I
it.
think-
And
I
it
said-
worked out.
I said,
Yeah.
okay, Jack, do it. And
Yeah.
he did like
That
Do
is
you-
serious.
do you guys
have,
That's
like-
awesome.
Do you guys have like a group chat like on iMessage? Do you guys have like a group me? Because you guys are so small. You guys have a group chat
Yeah,
like, on message.
we do have one.
Yeah, we got WhatsApp actually.
WhatsApp.
Oh, right, 'cause
foreign-
internationals,
yeah.
wait, that's
Yeah.
internationals,
Yeah.
we got WhatsApp.
Do you guys like text on it like throughout the day, or is it just strictly like practice updates, like stuff like that?
No, I just it's about everything about class, like about tests,
Okay.
about
So it's going off
Yeah.
it's going
24/7.
like every
Are you
day.
allowed to tell us what the name of the group chat is, or is it just?
Is there a name?
It's just like
This
TCU
year's
men's
simple,
tennis.
This year is just simple. This for 2022.
Fall
Yeah.
2022?
It's for
You guys need to
2022.
come up with a more original name for how close you
That's
are.
crazy, yeah.
You should just change it to national champs. How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think, or maybe a trophy emoji would be the
That'd be
ideal
perfect.
group
Yeah, that'd
chat
be
name.
suitable, wouldn't it?
Amber, the one last year.
Yeah,
what
we-
was it?
Well, we had Peritos, no?
Yeah.
Peritos, the boys.
Peritos.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
does that
Like a
resemble?
dog, right?
Yeah,
Like
so
Oh,
our,
okay. Yeah.
our,
Spanish for dog.
our assistant coach loves dogs more than people.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he calls us like you got to be like a dog, like a perro, like
yeah.
Peritos
Yeah.
and stuff. So we
It just
named-
morphed
Like
into
a
That's
the
joke,
name.
so
Yeah.
cute. I
I
love
love
hearing
that.
about people's like inside team stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
So
that's
awesome.
so funny.
All right. Well, our final little segment that we do is a hot seat. We're just going to ask like 5 or 6 general questions. Both of you can answer them,
Mhm.
just whatever comes to your mind. If you think of an explanation too, you can, but they're
Okay.
very easy,
Wait,
fun questions.
I thought of such a good one.
Yeah.
Well, it might not be that good, but
You started off.
what? This is not on here. This I'm going rogue.
Okay.
Okay.
She's
Ready,
going
I'm
What
rogue.
is like the hardest word to say in English? I know, but like, what's like the American word that you're like, what? I guess.
So for me, one thing that people, especially in like sandwich stores, whenever I say tomato,
Yeah,
and
you do say it weird.
they say tomato or something like
We
that.
say
They all,
tomato.
yeah, tomato.
We say tomato.
Yeah, so they always look at me funny, and I'd say that's one thing that's kind of tripped people
Yeah.
up. And
Interesting.
yeah, sometimes I even like
Tomato.
forget how I say it. You know?
Wait,
So-
say potato.
Potato.
So that sounds
Yeah,
that
it's
sounds a
tasty.
little more
Yeah,
normal.
it's
though.
weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand the logic behind that. But yeah.
What about you, Luke?
For me, I don't Jake. Do you have any? Because I guess my English is not great, so you know
I have
the smoothie maybe.
Or a
Smoothie.
Yeah,
smoothie.
Wait, say squirrel.
Scroll. It's
That's
fine.
pretty good. Squirrel.
Scroll. Yeah.
So you say smoothie is what you
Smoothie,
Yeah.
like a
Smoothie.
smoothie.
It's just your accent.
Back in French, yeah,
Is
like,
there
smoothie,
a word
you know.
that you had never heard when you were in France and then you came here and we like started throwing around some sort of slang that you're
Y'all.
like, there's no way that's real.
It's gotta be y'all.
Wow.
You might have to sit on that one.
Yeah.
Tough
Like,
question.
For sure, your English is so much better now.
Yeah,
it
but
was for
still.
sure some of your freshman year, but it's just tough to.
Like, I guess like a slang you said.
Yeah, like something that a friend would say to you at first and you'd be like, what are they? Like
My
if
dog.
some-
Okay,
Okay, you go.
my dog. You know. So at first I was, what I'm
Oh,
like, your dog.
dog.
You know, like your dog. I was like, jeez. I mean.
no,
go
but
on,
my
it's
dog
like,
is
yeah,
referencing
it's
like
my
my
buddy.
brother, so now I'm like, okay, yeah. What's up, man? He goes, like, at first I was like, my dog, me? Your dog, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
so
awesome.
funny.
I would never even think of that. That's true, though. It is kind
Yeah,
of a
that is
random
kind of
one.
a random thing to say.
All right, the next one we talked about a little bit when we were off camera, but Spotify Wrapped artist or your most listened to artist, you would say, in your phone.
Probably Drake.
Yeah.
Drake, okay.
It's good. Oldie but good.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'd give Ed Sheeran.
Oh,
Really?
I think,
Wow.
honestly, it's weird. Like none of these guys will
Yeah.
listen, but for some reason he always appears at the top of my list
That's
every year.
crazy.
I mean, the guy has so many songs. I feel
Yeah.
like. So
That's a
Yeah.
curveball coming
Yeah, I
from
didn't
you.
Yeah,
I
even
love
yeah.
that.
expect that.
me, like, I'm more into EDM
Okay.
Yeah.
on SoundCloud, but you don't have a rap list on SoundCloud.
No, you
so,
don't.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Ed
I
Sheeran
wish.
So
it
Ed
is,
Sheeran on
folks.
Spotify. There it is.
Ed Sheeran it is. All right.
What was the best class you've had at TCU, or like a professor that you got along with well?
Class. I'm not like a big fan of,
Class in
Yes.
general.
Sounds good.
Okay.
but it's the best one.
I got one.
Was there like a really fun one that all your friends were in or anything?
Yeah, I forgot the name though. Jake, you go first.
Yeah, I've definitely got a good one. New class, I think last year, the NIL class.
Oh, you
Oh,
okay?
cool.
That was super fun.
Hear a
Like
lot of good
some
things about that
fun activities, some fun assignments they asked us to do. So I think that one was probably the funnest one I've been in.
Did you have to do the like embarrass yourself one?
Yeah,
or
I did
rejection one? Yeah.
4. Like you had to do 4 things that embarrass you just in the public.
What was one of the
Really?
things you had to do?
Like it wasn't too bad. I think I had to just go up and tell someone like an embarrassing story about my life.
Interesting.
That's kind of tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I said.
That's a cool class, though.
I remember.
NIL class. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure, and that's helpful for you
For
too,
sure,
right?
for sure.
Did you think of one, Luke, or no? You're still sitting on it.
Still not.
So what we've learned is that Luke maybe
has
isn't a fan of
never been to
class in
class.
general. That's okay. We can stick with that. All right. The final question. This one we've asked basically every week. We get a little bit of mixed reviews, but generally the same answer. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? Or have you had it?
A big no for me.
Wow.
Absolutely
No
not.
pineapple, no.
You
Then
guys have tried
had
it.
it and hate it.
Yeah, for sure. Like sweet and salt, like
Doesn't make sense.
tomatoes. It's not nice.
When
Not
someone
great for
first
me.
when someone first introduced you to that, were you like, what?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
keep it
try to
for
give me
you.
these
Yeah, yeah.
crazy American
Yeah.
ideas. Well, it was lovely to be joined
So
on the
much
show
fun.
by
Thank
you two.
you.
Such a great conversation. The national champs in the building. We will be cheering you
Yes.
on in your outdoor season as it starts tomorrow. The match is at 6:30, I believe.
5:30.
5:30.
I think. Yeah.
5:30. Don't quote me. 6:30.
Yeah.
5:30 at home. Make sure you're out there cheering
there,
on
yes.
the national champs. We're proud of you guys. And thank you for joining us again here on the Players Club. Emma and I are so happy to be here every week. Just a reminder, we're going to be here every Thursday at 6 p.m. You can join us live here at John's Grill or tune in at frogstoday.com. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at frogstoday and on Twitter. Again, thanks for watching, and we will see